What is your position on the projectile ordinance and should it be changed?
Thanks, Ashley. Well, I got too close that time. So, I think if the area will allow for the use of discharge of a firearm or a bow and arrow, it should be allowed. So it needs to be determined based on acreage. So, and what that is, it needs to be studied and deemed safe. So I have no objection personally. I'm an avid hunter and outdoorsman, so I would support a projectile ordinance not being placed upon citizens if it's safe. And that is the key, if it's safe.
Thanks, Jason. Just as a reminder, as we get into the section of when the candidates, the question that is asked of you, directed at you, you'll have two minutes to answer that. And then if any other candidates want to respond to that, you will have 1 minute or less, if necessary, to respond to that if you feel that, or you want to add to something that another candidate says. So just as a reminder of that. So I'll give everybody a chance. Anybody else want to talk about projectile ordinances? Not the hottest topic. Okay. Thank you, Jason.
Bottle rockets?
I don't know about that. Our next question is going to be directed to Parker Stankata.
What will you do as a town councilor to integrate the Geist residents?
Thank you. I think that Geist has become an important part of our community. There was a big time, not that long ago, where they weren't, and now I think that the first step is people like Pete Peterson coming out from Geist and being able to have them represented. I think that's the first step in truly getting Geist incorporated within the Fisher's way of living, within the Fisher's life, is having them represented and having somebody from that community that truly believes, or excuse me, that truly has their beliefs at heart. And I think for me personally, I have a lot of friends in Geist and a lot of people that I know in Geist personally. And so I think that giving that excitement that Geist has to offer out and in the political scene, that's absolutely what the town council should be all about.
Thank you. Sorry, my other microphone went on pause here. So, our next question is going to be directed to Monty Chamberlain. I'm sorry. Was there any candidates that wanted to comment on the previous question? Okay, go on.
What is your vision for downtown Fishers?
Downtown Fishers will be determined by private money and funding that makes it happen. There have been several proposals for the town center development. It would be nice to have a downtown vision. It would be nice to have a downtown retail presence. But right now, the market is not supporting it financially. Time will tell what we will be, but it's not the government money, but it's the private money that in the end will determine it. If we do a downtown center, it will probably take at least 2 years to clear the path for all that land that's needed. So we need to be well out in front of it, and we need to have financial backing that supports it.
Thank you, Monty. Are there any other candidates that would like to comment on that?
Sure.
Jason?
Sure. So, in my opinion, Fisher should develop a downtown center. I think it should consist of a mix of commercial, residential, arts, cultural, and open community green space with easy access through corridors, through bike paths, whatever it may be. And I think it needs to be downtown, and the town of Fisher should work with a co-funded effort with a developer through TIFs with a private developer, I believe. And I also feel that a mass transit system should be included and integrated into that. It's going to improve the quality of life that we experience here in Fishers by reducing time spent in traffic It will enable Fishers to be competitive in economic development and the creation and retention of jobs, and also the promotion of events. And I think it will also leave a friendlier green footprint behind through a mass transit system. So yes, I'm in support of a town center and a downtown development project.
Thank you, Jason. Any other candidates? David Joey.
Just real quick, I've worked on some of the downtown efforts that we worked on last year. We had some developers that came through before the recession. Obviously, the economy has slowed down a little bit, and the things that I really learned were, number one, I think it was back in 1996, we created what was called town center zoning, which was created in an era where a lot of the existing residents had been there since the 30s and 40s. And it was created to have a more of a brotherhood style feel. So if you wanted to keep your house, you wanted to stay, that was fine. And if you wanted to sell, that was fine too, but it would be a small CPA office or a law office, things like that. It wouldn't be a clearing and 3 lots that you combined have a bigger building next to you. And essentially that's what has happened. So my point is we need to look at the zoning and some of the master planning because the current master plan has created exactly what's out there. If you want that to change, let's look at the master planning going forward. So we did that last year. We've created different zones, and what we've been doing since then is to take a look at a lot of the infrastructure and things will be needed that when developers start to come in, and they have, we'll have the ideas in place to move forward.